Hey guys, Ross here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Season 5 Early Access server of Arena Breakout yet again. Now guys, I wanted to use this video as sort of impressions of the new season video, giving you honest thoughts on every sort of thing that's been added into the game. Now what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go through the ranking or the battle pass or anything like that. I'll briefly touch on that at the start without showing it because I don't think it's a massive thing of the expansion itself. Any bundles or battle pass or things you can get on ranking, I think it's just secondary to the actual content of the season itself. Now guys, there's several new additions on this season, obviously. You may have seen me on our video, I touched on the guns, but I will go through them again. But before we get into this guys, if you haven't liked down below, do make sure you do subscribe, click that bell button for notifications of any new videos. And we're going to get straight into this one right now. But like I say guys, we've got new guns. I did touch on this, each individual gun in the last video I did. We've got the M249, we've got the RPK or RPD, whichever one it is, can't remember off the top of my head. We've got the MCX that you're seeing in the background right now, and we've got the AK-12. Now, like I say, I went into much more detail on each individual gun in the previous video, so I recommend you do watch that. But basically, we've got two decent ARs, which are pretty much the same as existing guns we've already got, and we've got two new large machine guns, which arguably, for me, are not very good. I don't really rate them very high. But that's not the point of this video, guys. What I mainly want to talk about is the new map and the new features that are actually in the game right now. So, what you're seeing in the background right this second is me doing a match on Mine, which is the new map coming to Season 5. I think China had to wait till Season 7 or something like that for this map, so we're getting it a little bit early, just to break up the content of the game a bit, give you a new map. And the map itself I actually love a lot, but there's a lot of things with the map itself that I don't like, and I want to get into that right now. So I want to discuss about the scale of the map itself. Now this map is absolutely humongous. If you think Northridge, it's probably about 3 times as big as Northridge. It's a massive map, and there's just so many places to go. There's literally spawns all over the map, and you're always going to be at least, 400 to 800 meters away from the nearest spawn of another player. So you're not going to get spawn rushed very easily on this map. It's not going to happen. You're not going to walk a couple of meters and get headshot by someone at a dodgy spawn. You're not going to see anyone for the first 5 minutes or so, unless people are specifically running towards each other or driving towards each other, as you can do on this map. Now, when it comes to extracts on this map, I want to talk about that as well. I don't like the extracts at all. Right, there's no green extracts, there's only yellow extracts. Now if you're familiar with that, it is circumstantial extracts. So you'll start with one on the map. It'll always be like the literal direct opposite end of the map, about 3,000 meters away. No chance of getting there anytime soon, more or less. And after, you see a countdown on the right hand side there next to where my weapons are on my layout. This counts down 15 minutes and the other 2 extracts appear on the map, random locations. And these are the literal 3 extracts you have to extract at any time during the match. Now, like I say, they're conditional extracts, so you're going to need to activate them by walking to them, and you have to wait 100 seconds for them to actually extract you. And a couple of them are in really stupid open places with no cover whatsoever. There's an actual extract in the middle of a bridge with a cliff either side of the bridge. So God knows what they expect you to do on that one. You can literally get sniped from about 17 different directions while you're waiting for it to count down, because there's no cover whatsoever on that bridge. But like I say, the extracts I think would be improved on. I would like some green extracts that take 12 seconds to get out. You just run to them or drive to them and you can extract, rather than having to wait for the 100 seconds. It's ridiculous. It's unrealistic unless you're the last person alive on the map. This map, bots-wise, there's literally none. There is bots, obviously, in built-up areas like I'm going towards now. There is some bots inside of here. But I would like to see roaming squads, like just randomly out in the wilderness. You can just aggro them or they shoot at you, just to break up how empty the map feels. Now, obviously, I'm on early access here. There's not very many players running around whatsoever. There's only whoever got invited, plus the content creators, and that's about it. Takes a while to queue, for instance. I know there's not very many people here, but there's just, it feels empty going from place to place. You come to a place like this, there's bots in it, and you can shoot them and wait for some players to come or whatever. But other than that, it just feels empty. I feel alone on the map. It feels like it's too big for how much is on it. It needs sort of like meted out, if that's the correct word for it. Just a little bit more things to surprise you. Maybe it's a random bot squad of elite bots running around, or even driving around, something like that, just to flesh it out a bit and make it a bit more interesting. Another thing I don't like about this map is the timer. Now, you would think with it being a larger map, you would be able to spend longer on it. You get 45 minutes like you do on other maps, and it's just not long enough. You can see here, it took us about 5 minutes to get to this one area. Now, if I want to extract, it would take us another further 10-15 minutes to even get to the extraction point with the windy roads and the cliff drops and stuff that you can't just run off. And it's just not enough time to do anything. You have to specifically go where you're going and then go to extract. You haven't got time to have shootouts with people or camp places and stuff, because you have to consider the fact that you also have to extract. You also have to get to the extract. And I don't think the timer is long enough. I think if anything, we should have an hour, or maybe it's a little bit more than an hour on the map itself, just to give her a chance to do things. Lastly, guys, I want to touch on the layout of mine. Like I say, you're going one end to the other, it's going to take you a while because all the winding roads. Now, you have like spiral roads going down hillsides or mountainsides, and then you've got bridges, you've got valleys that you can go down into that you can't get out of unless you go up a certain road. And I feel like the layout's not very good and tailored specifically for cars not being on foot. And you can see in the background now, I'm running around this map on foot currently because I want to run around foot. I'm going to touch on the cars in a minute as to why, but you can see I'm looking at the map there, all the different windy roads and stuff. You can't just go straight across them because there's a cliff between them. You have to follow the road. So if you're on foot, you have to follow the road, or next to the road, there's hardly any cover. And if you're in car, obviously follow the roads themselves. So it leaves it open for campers or rats or whatever to just sit in certain places. Now, lastly, guys, I'm going to touch on the cars on this map. As you're seeing the sound indicator there of a car coming towards us, you can hear them from miles away. They're really loud. You get a sound indicator of where they are. That's how I knew people were coming, and I set up shop here preemptively for them coming. It's just one of them things where, like I say, you can only go a certain way with the cars. You follow the road, or you go across maybe to the countryside at certain points. But generally speaking, you're going to go in a straight direction, and people can wait for you. They can shoot you out the cars. They can shoot your cars themselves, stuff like that. I just think the feature of the car was too emphasised for this map, too relied upon for the content of the mine itself, and it's kind of ruined it. I would like maybe more extract points to promote playing on foot, running around, not just the car constantly, because these guys obviously rolling up here probably thought we'll get out the car here, we're quite quiet, anybody here not here, but I heard their cars coming from about 100 metres away, because they're that loud, and you get a sound indicator for it. So they just stood literally no chance there. Ambushed two of them. There is a full squad. If you stick around for the video, guys, I do kill all four of them relatively easily because I just outplayed them basically. But yes, the cars I don't like. Now, as for the rest of the season, we've got a new Battle Pass Season 5, does not have a cosmetic outfit on it. We've got a F57 skin, which is like a blue skin for the pistol, and we've got an M110 skin, which is a blue skin for the M110, and that's it. That's all we're getting. We haven't got like a full cosmetic suit anymore. We have got a ranked suit, but I don't like it. It's terrible. I don't want to show it. You'll wait and see. You'll see what I mean. It's absolutely terrible. I don't like it. And apparently we've got a couple of new modes. Now, currently on the early access server, we only have access to farm and mine. No lockdown modes or anything like that. And we've got a restricted mode, isolation, on mine, which is, if you play isolation mode, that's when you start with a pistol and you have to loot things and then go to extract or get airdrops and stuff like that. And that's what we've got for mine. So I don't really like isolation that much, I'll be honest with you. It's not really exciting mode to have. Now, there's another mode that's currently locked that I've been told is a 4v4 mode. Now, I don't know what this means. I don't know if it's going to be a small area where you've got two teams of four battling out like a team deathmatch sort of thing, or it's just going to be the open map or anything. I don't know what's going on with that, but if that's on our death matches and stuff, don't know if that's really a direction I would enjoy playing with the game personally. I wouldn't mind a close-knit map with 4v4v4v4v4, you know what I mean? But literally 2 teams of 4 sounds like a team deathmatch or a diffuse sort of situation. Maybe he's not with a bomb. That guy did not sneak up on me very well there. But yeah, that's literally what I think of the new season. Like I say, the new guns, 2 of them are good, but they're basically the same thing. You've got the MCX I'm using right now, basically an H416, uses the same ammo, got the same sort of stats on it other than the firing range. And you've got the AK-12, which is literally, quite literally, an AKM. Maybe it's a bit more stable than an AKM, or maybe it's a AK-74 or RPK. It's more or less the same gun, same ammo, you know what I mean, same magazines, and it's quite steady to use. M249, not that good. RPK/D, also not very good. And the cars, possibly, if it was worked on better, granted I'm on high ping, it doesn't work very well in the car. If it was worked on a bit better, maybe the layout of the map was a bit tailored, not so much for the car, it might work better. But the way it is right now, guys, I don't like the cars. I don't like the addition of the cars. And I think if the map had a longer timer, maybe a bit more to do on the map, like bots randomly spawning and stuff, it might be a bit more interesting to actually go on foot, rather than just spawning with a car, driving to a loot area, looting it, getting back in the car, and driving to another loot area. That is literally the game right now on this map, and it just doesn't work for me. Anyway guys, I'd love to know your thoughts down below in the comments of the video. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be mixing up the content on the channel soon, very soon, with different games and stuff, so make sure you look out for that, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Catch you then.